We're talking about Leica, and it's a hot take no one asked for. What can I say? It's a lot of entertainment for nothing. So I've heard people say, you know, I really think I should get a Leica. My photography will be a whole lot better. Do you need a Leica? No. Do you want one? Probably. I mean, they're really nice. They're really, really nice. But do you need one? No. And knowing the difference between need and want is critical. Let's start off with this idea. Have you ever thought that by buying a particular piece of equipment, your photography would get better? Because you know that's not true, right? You know that just by assuming you can buy something, it won't make you more creative. You do understand that, right? So this idea that you've got to buy something to be creative is a false value proposition, correct? So there is one way you can buy a Leica and become a better photographer. And it's kind of simple, and it's not even my idea. Mike Johnson from The Online Photographer, who is a blogger who's been around, I don't know, for a decade, a century, he's been around for a long time, has this idea that you could buy a Leica 3 and a basic 50mm lens for it on eBay. And you shoot with that and Tri-X for an entire year. You'll become a great photographer. You'll fully understand how everything works on your camera. You'll fully understand how to use every part of that camera. Because the camera is so stripped down and because it's so straightforward, forcing yourself to work inside of one platform is going to give a lot of return on investment. It's probably the only way the Leica will make you more creative. So let me ask you this. Have you ever heard someone say, I really love the camera. It's so minimal, it's built like a tank, it takes great photos, it lasts forever, and it's mechanical? Well, there's a bunch of cameras like that. Right off the top of my head, I wonder if we're talking about the Pentax K1000, the Nikon FM, FM2, FM2E, etc., or if we're talking about a Leica. Because if we're talking about the Leica and what it offers isn't even that unique. A light tight box and a really decent lens that doesn't have automatic vignetting at the corners isn't really that hard for any of the camera manufacturers. Here's what I will say about the Leica. It's a beautiful piece of equipment, but it's just a piece of equipment. So stop fooling yourself. Understand that the only way you become a better photographer and a more creative photographer is by shooting more. And probably shooting more with a little bit more discipline. Stick to 1 or 2 film stocks. Stick to 1 or 2 lens and camera combinations. Maybe have 1 point and shoot, 1 mechanical camera with interchangeable lens system. Really get to learn those systems. Then your creativity flows. But at this point, stop thinking you're buying creativity by spending more on equipment and just go out and shoot more. It's a whole lot less expensive in the long run. And when you're really ready to buy a Leica, you'll know. And you won't be asking yourself a question, do you think I really need a Leica to become a better photographer?